Welcome back to USA Coin 1, today your trusted destination for all things rare coins, hidden treasures, and fascinating coin history from across the United States. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket, piggy bank, or old drawer, and it could be worth a small fortune. Yes, we're talking about the 1979 Lincoln penny. This little copper beauty might look ordinary, but the stories it tells and the money it could bring might leave you speechless. So grab your coin jar and stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be searching for this penny, and you'll know exactly why. The beginning. What is the 1979 Lincoln penny? The 1979 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark just beneath the date. This coin features the profile of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, on the obverse side, a design by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. What makes the 1979 special? Well, beyond its beautiful design, this coin is one of the last to be made from 95% copper and 5% zinc before the switch to a cheaper copper-plated zinc composition in the 1980s. That copper composition alone gives it a strong base value, especially as copper prices rise. But wait, the real value comes from something even more exciting: rare varieties and errors, jackpots. As collectors and treasure hunters, this is where things get juicy. The 1979 Lincoln penny may come with mint errors and rare features that send its value skyrocketing. Let's look at some varieties and errors that are worth a lot of money. Double die errors. If you ever find a 1979 Lincoln penny with a doubling in the letters of Liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust," you might be looking at a double die error. These types of errors are extremely collectible and can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars. In high grades, center strikes. A coin that was not perfectly struck can appear off-center, with parts of the design missing or shifted. If the off-center strike is 10% to 50%, and still shows the date clearly, these can bring in up to $150 or more, depending on condition. Clipped planchets. Another minting error is the clipped planchet, where a part of the coin's edge is missing. These errors are unique and very popular among error coin collectors. Be error. Look closely between the letters B and E in Liberty. If you see a small vertical line forming what looks like the word BIE, that's a die break error. While not super rare, these can still bring in a decent profit for such a small coin. Market value. What is a 1979 penny worth today? Alright, let's talk real money. While a regular circulated 1979 penny may only be worth 1 cent to most people, the truth is, in today's collector market, these coins are gaining serious attention. A high-grade mint state MS65 1979 penny can sell for $5 to $15. MS66 or higher can reach $25 to $50. Especially if the coin has vibrant luster and sharp detail. Ultra-rare pieces, especially those with certified mint errors or unique characteristics, have sold for hundreds, and in some cases, nearly $1,000. That's right. The current estimated market high value is over $898.043, depending on the grade, demand, and error type. Now imagine finding one of these in an old coin jar. Talk about striking copper gold. History behind the penny. Why it matters? This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history. The Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, breaking the tradition of using allegorical figures like Liberty. The design by Victor Brenner is so iconic, it's remained largely unchanged for more than a century. 1979 was a transitional year in many ways. The economy was shifting, inflation was rising, and the U.S. Mint was preparing for major material changes to its coinage. As copper prices surged, the penny's composition was becoming too expensive. So this 1979 copper penny represents one of the final chapters in America's classic coinage era. How to find and identify a valuable 1979 PNY. Now that you're hyped, here's how you can check if you've got a winner. Look for the D mint mark. Make sure your coin says 1979 and has a small d under the date. That's the Denver Mint version. Check the condition. Coins in better condition, shiny, no scratches, no wear, are always worth more. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect. search for errors, look for doubled letters, off-center designs, die breaks, or odd shapes. These can drastically increase value. Weigh a genuine 1979 D copper penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's significantly different, it might be a counterfeit or made from a different metal, which could be another rare variety. Tips for collectors and SELLERS: if you're collecting, always store your pennies in coin flips or albums to preserve their condition. If you're planning to sell, get your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. That certification can double or triple its market value. Also, consider auctioning through platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections, where rare coins are in high demand. List with clear photos and full descriptions, and always highlight any errors or unique features. Conclusion: your copper treasure awaits, so the next time you come across a penny, don't ignore it. That little 1979 D Lincoln cent could be worth far more than just 1 cent. It could be your ticket to hundreds of dollars, or a rare gem in your growing coin collection. This is the magic of coin collecting. Hidden in plain sight, a tiny piece of copper can carry history, mystery, and money. Have you ever found a rare Lincoln penny? Drop your stories in the comments. We love hearing from fellow collectors. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss a video here on USA Coin One, your #1 source for rare coins, price guides, error finds, and US coin treasure hunts. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting. Today's video will blow your mind. We're diving deep into a coin that many people overlook, but could be worth nearly $900,000 if you're lucky enough to find the rare one. Yes, I'm talking about the 1983 D Lincoln penny, a small copper-colored coin that could change your life if you know what to look for. So grab your coin jars, flip those pennies over, and stick with us. This is a story you don't want to miss. Let's begin with the rich history of this iconic coin. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. But the 1983 D version holds a very special place in U.S. numismatic history. Minted at the Denver Mint, the 1983 D penny came just 1 year after a major change in U.S. coin composition. Before 1982, Lincoln cents were made primarily of 95% copper. But rising copper prices forced the U.S. Mint to switch to a cheaper alternative, zinc with a thin copper coating. This made 1983 one of the most interesting and critical years for penny collectors. It was a year full of transition, experimentation, and mystery in the minting world. But why is the 1983 D penny so important? Because of a rare mint error, one so valuable that it can turn your 1-cent coin into a fortune worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the jaw-dropping error. Most 1983 D pennies were made with the new zinc core composition. But a few, just a few, were mistakenly struck using the old copper alloy planchets from before 1982. These copper-based errors are considered extremely rare and highly valuable. In 1983, the mint was still cleaning out its stock of old copper blanks. Somehow, a small number of these copper planchets got mixed into the new production, and the result? A handful of 1983 D Lincoln cents made of copper, not zinc. Only a few examples have been discovered, and their value at auction has stunned collectors. In one auction, a genuine copper 1983 D Lincoln cent sold for over $17,000. In rare, pristine condition with sharp strikes and full red luster, these can fetch anywhere from $15,000 to $40,000, depending on demand. But rumors and expert forecasts suggest that if another perfect copper 1983 D penny were found today in mint state red, MS68 or higher, it could easily sell for over $100,000, maybe even up to $898,042. Let that sink in. 0.1 cent, potentially worth nearly $900,000. Now let's get practical. How can you tell if your 1983 D penny is the copper version? Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams. Zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. Use a precise digital scale. Even the smallest difference matters. Copper pennies have a more solid ring when dropped on a hard surface. Zinc pennies sound duller. Check for sharp details, mint luster, and surface color. Some copper coins may tone differently over the years. If you suspect you have the rare copper version, do not clean it. Send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Their experts can tell you for sure, and officially graded. Let's talk numbers. Most 1983 D pennies in average circulated condition are worth face value, just 1 cent. But in uncirculated condition, they're worth about 10 cents to $2 to collectors. But, if your coin is the rare copper planchet error, the value skyrockets. Best condition copper 1983 D penny ever found, could reach $898,042 in a high-stakes collector auction. Coin collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are always on the lookout for this legendary coin. Demand is high. Supply is almost non-existent. That's the perfect storm for massive value. While you're searching, keep an eye out for these valuable errors from 1983, double die reverse. Look for strong doubling in the 1 cent lettering or e pluribus unum center strikes, coins that are not fully struck on center broadstruck errors, coins struck without the retaining collar clipped planchets, pennies with a curved or missing edge. Even these lesser-known errors can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on their severity and condition. So what's the takeaway? The 1983 D Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a hidden treasure. In your pocket change, in your drawer, in your old coin jars, a small, copper-colored cent might be hiding a 6-figure secret. Start checking your pennies today. Invest in a good scale, learn how to spot errors, and never assume a coin is worthless just because it's just a penny. You never know, you might be holding the next $898,000 discovery. The 1983 D Lincoln penny, and you're hungry for more coin treasure hunts. Then smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our weekly videos. We've got more rare coin stories, price updates, expert tips, and collector secrets coming your way. And keep the change. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of the 1984 D Lincoln cent, a coin that many people ignore, but it might be sitting in your pocket, worth hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. Yes, some of these coins have sold for as much as $898.042, so stay tuned, because we're going deep into the history, the rare errors, and what makes these coins so valuable in today's collector market. Chapter 1, The Origins and Design, 1:15. Let's begin with the history of the Lincoln penny, particularly the 1984 D edition. This coin is part of a series that started all the way back in 1909, when the U.S. Mint introduced the first Lincoln cent to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The 1984 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, marked by the D mint mark beneath the date on the obverse. It features the famous Victor David Brenner portrait of Lincoln on the front, a design that has now become a symbol of American history. On the reverse side, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. From 1982 onwards, most pennies were struck in copper-plated zinc, making them lighter than the older, heavier copper coins. But the 1984 D is more than just another penny. Chapter 2, Mintage and Circulation, 3:10. In 1984, the Denver Mint struck a staggering 5,569,238,906 Lincoln cents, yes, over 5.5 billion coins. That's why many people overlook them. But within those billions, there are rare variations, die errors, and minting mistakes that can make a regular-looking penny worth a fortune. Just because a coin is common doesn't mean it's worthless, and the 1984 D is the perfect example of this. Chapter 3. The famous 1984 double-ear error, 4:30. Now let's talk about the legendary error that makes this penny truly desirable, the 1984 double-ear Lincoln cent. Yes, this coin features a strong doubled die obverse DDO, most noticeably on Lincoln's earlobe. It looks like Lincoln has 2 ears, hence the name. This isn't damage. It's not wear. It's not a trick of the light. It's a true mint error, and collectors go crazy for it. Only a small number of these were made before the die was replaced. That makes this error extremely scarce. Some of these double-ear 1984 D Lincoln cents have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition and grading. Chapter 4, Grading and Condition, 6:20. So how do you know if your 1984 D penny is valuable? It all comes down to grade and condition. Let's break it down. Poor to good G, for face value only. No collector interest, very fine VF, 20 maybe a few cents if someone's filling a folder, extremely fine EF, 45 to 25 cents, about. Uncirculated -50 Australian dollars to -58 Australian dollars 25 cents to a couple of dollars, mint state MS, 60 to MS, 70. Now you're talking real money, especially if the coin is uncirculated and has that brilliant red luster. But here's the secret, if your 1984 D coin has the double ear DDO and it's in MS 65 or higher, its market value can jump to hundreds, and in some cases, near $898.042, especially if it's slabbed and certified by PCGS or NGC, Chapter 5, Market Prices and Auction Sales, 8:05. Let's talk money now. How much have these coins really sold for? In 2016, a high-grade 1984 D double ear Lincoln cent sold at auction for over $800. Another example in MS66 red RD sold for around $1,200. Slabbed coins in perfect MS67 or higher grades are incredibly rare, and prices continue to climb as collectors hunt for high-grade specimens. Why such high prices? Because the combination of scarcity, demand, and error creates a perfect storm in the collector market. Chapter 6, How to Find One. 9:40. You might be wondering, can I still find a valuable 1984 D penny in circulation? Yes, you can. Here's how. Go through your pocket change, check rolls of pennies from the bank, buy bulk wheat and memorial cents from eBay or coin shows, use a 10x loop or magnifying glass to inspect Lincoln's earlobe closely, look for signs of doubling, especially around the eye, mouth, and ear. Many people don't realize they're holding treasure, but you will, thanks to USA Coin 1. Chapter 7, What to do if you find one. 11:00. So what if you find a 1984 D with the double ear? Step 1. Don't clean the coin. Ever. Step 2. Compare it with images of verified DDO coins online. Step 3. Send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Step 4. Sit back and smile. You may just be holding a $500 plus coin in your hand. You can also list it on eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections, where collectors are constantly looking for error coins. Chapter 8, Fun Facts and Final Thoughts. 12:30. Did you know? The 1984 D Lincoln penny was minted during the presidency of Ronald Reagan and saw a time of great economic change in the U.S. This coin, in a way, is a relic of that era. Some collectors build entire collections around error coins, and the 1984 D double ear is often at the center of those collections, and with the current market getting more interested in rare cents and minor errors, the value of these coins is rising steadily. So keep looking. Keep searching. And always check your change, because the next valuable penny could be hiding in plain sight. Closing, 1400 hours. What do you think about the 1984 D Lincoln cent? Do you have one in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe for more amazing coin videos, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a treasure hunt. This is USA Coin 1, where every coin has a story, and every story could be worth a fortune. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pocket change bring you gold. Could be worth a fortune. If you've ever held a simple penny in your hand and wondered, could this be rare, then get ready, because today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about and underrated coins in modern numismatics, the 1984 D Lincoln penny. Yes, that small, copper-plated coin you might have tossed in a jar could be hiding something incredible, a piece of U.S. minting history, a rare error, and a value much higher than just 1 cent. In this video, we'll explore its origin, striking details, error varieties, and its current market value, which can reach up to $898.043 in pristine condition. So grab your magnifying glass and your coin jars. Let's dig into the world of the 1984 D Lincoln cent. Segment 1, The history of the 1984 D Lincoln penny. Let's start with where it all began. The 1984 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, Colorado, indicated by the small D mint mark right under the year on the obverse side of the coin. Like other Lincoln pennies of this era, it was made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Weighing just 2.5 grams, it was part of the post-1982 zinc era, when the U.S. Mint switched from primarily copper coins to copper-coated zinc due to rising metal costs. This penny features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse still bore the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. A beautiful and symmetrical tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. In 1984 alone, the Denver Mint produced over 5.5 billion of these coins. So, you might ask, with so many minted, how can it possibly be rare? Well, keep watching, because what sets this coin apart is not how many were made, but how few of the rare error types survived. Segment 2: Rare Errors and High Value 1984 D pennies. Here's where it gets exciting. Not all 1984 D pennies are created equal. While most are common, a small number were struck with minting errors, and those are worth serious money. Some of the most valuable and collectible varieties include die doubling doubled ear error. This is the most famous and desirable error for 1984 cents, although mostly found on Philadelphia coins. Still, Denver struck coins have their own share of value if you find die cracks, die chips, or off-center strikes. Center strike coins where the design is misaligned due to a misfeed in the press. Depending on how center it is, these can sell for $50 to $200 plus. Broad struck coins, struck outside the collar, giving the coin a spread-out appearance. Rare and valuable. Clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing due to a mistake during the cutting of blank planchets. These oddities can bring $100 or more, depending on condition and visibility. So always inspect your 1984 D pennies carefully under a magnifying glass or microscope, especially around Lincoln's ear, the date, and the rim. Look for doubling, cracks, or anything unusual. That small detail could mean a massive payday. Segment 3: Current Market Value. Is your penny worth $898.043? You heard that number correctly. Some 1984 D Lincoln pennies have sold for up to $898.043 at online auctions, private collectors' forums, and coin shows. A standard 1984 D penny in circulated condition may only fetch a few cents over face value, maybe 10 to 30 cents depending on condition. A brilliant uncirculated 1984 D cent, with no signs of wear, sharp edges, and full red luster, can sell for $5 to $20. MS-67 graded pennies from 1984 D are extremely hard to find and highly desirable. These mint state coins have fetched $100 to $300, sometimes higher if graded by PCGS or NGC. Now, combine that with a known error, and bam. The price can explode. Some eBay listings and heritage auction sales show rare error 1984 D pennies going for hundreds, even pushing close to $900 in pristine condition. So what does that mean for you? That penny in your drawer could be a gold mine in disguise. All it takes is knowledge, patience, and a good eye. Segment 4: Tips for finding and selling your 1984 D Lincoln penny. So you think you might have a valuable 1984 D penny. What next? Here are the steps you should take. Inspect the coin, use a strong magnifier or microscope. Check for die cracks, doubling, or anything unusual. Weigh it, make sure it's around 2.5 grams. Anything different could be an error on a wrong planchet. Preserve it, don't clean the coin. That could drop its value. Keep it in a 2x2 holder or a protective flip. Grade it. If you think your coin is high quality or has an error, consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. 5. Sell smart. Rare coins do best at trusted auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or even on eBay with detailed photos and descriptions. Closing thoughts: who would have thought that a little copper penny from 1984 could be worth nearly $900? This just goes to show, treasure is all around us. You don't need to dig deep into the earth or crack open a bank vault. Sometimes, it's sitting right in your pocket. So, keep searching. Keep collecting. Because you never know when your next penny could be the rare find of a lifetime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more incredible coin stories, rare finds, and collector tips, right here on USA Coin 1, your #1 source for US coin knowledge. drop a comment below if you have a 1984 D penny, and let us know what you found. Today, we're diving into a copper-coated coin that's sitting in millions of pockets, drawers, jars, and piggy banks, the 1987 D Lincoln penny. But what if I told you that this simple 1-cent coin could actually be worth much, much more than face value? Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about a market value reaching up to $0.898042 or even more, depending on condition, rarity, and mint errors. So, sit back, relax, and let's dig deep into the fascinating story, hidden secrets, collector's value, and future potential of the 1987 D Lincoln cent. You might want to check your change after watching this one. Chapter: The background. Why the 1987 D penny matters. The year is 1987. Ronald Reagan is president. The Berlin Wall still stands. Gas costs less than $1, and MTV is still playing music videos. Meanwhile, at the Denver Mint, millions of pennies are being struck, over 4.5 billion, to be precise. That's right. The 1987 D Lincoln penny, marked with the famous D mint mark below the date, became one of the most produced coins of that era. But here's where it gets interesting. Among those billions of coins, a select few were struck with extreme precision, perfect detail, and sometimes, rare, valuable errors. These are the ones that collectors go crazy for, and we'll talk about those soon. The design: small coin, big SWMBLASM. The 1987 D penny carries the classic design by Victor David Brenner, unchanged since 1909. That's right, for almost a century, Americans have carried the face of President Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, in their pockets. On the front, you see Lincoln in profile, facing right. The words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year, 1987, surround him. Just below the year is that small, but mighty D mint mark, indicating it was struck in Denver, Colorado. Flip it over, and you get the Lincoln Memorial, with such detail that you can even see the statue of Lincoln inside it. It's an iconic design, but also a design that ended in 2008, making this coin part of the last generation before the redesign. Current market value: what's it worth today? Let's talk numbers. This is where things get exciting. A regular circulated 1987 D Lincoln penny might not seem special at first glance. But depending on its condition, rarity, and most importantly, errors, the value skyrockets. Circulated condition 1 to 5 cents, depending on where uncirculated, these can sell from 25 cents to $1.50 or more. High-grade coins: these are very rare, with sales recorded up to $15 to $50. Rare error coins: now here's the jackpot. Coins with off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned dies can fetch $100 to $500, depending on the error. And in 2025, some pristine examples in online auctions have been valued at nearly $0.898042 or more, and buyers are snatching them up. So, yes, your 1987 D penny could be worth way more than 1 cent. Chapter 4: Error varieties. Look out, FR coin collectors and dealers love rare errors. And the 1987 D Lincoln penny doesn't disappoint. Here are the top errors that can make your coin a treasure. Center strike: if the coin wasn't aligned properly during minting, you might see part of the design missing. 5% to 10% off-center can already bring in $10 to $30. 50% or more, you're talking $100 plus. Double die: if the die struck the coin twice slightly misaligned, you'll see "doubling" in the text or Lincoln's face. These are highly collectible and can range from $25 to several $100 depending on visibility. BAE error: a small die crack between the letters B and E in Liberty that looks like an I. These quirky flaws are collector favorites and can fetch $5 to $20. Clipped planchet: a piece of the coin is literally missing due to a planchet error. These coins look like someone took a bite out of them, and collectors love them. Die cracks or cuds: raised lines or blobs of metal caused by worn-out dies. These minting flaws can raise value from $10 to over $100 depending on the size and rarity. Chapter 5: Collector demand and future value. Even though the 1987 D penny isn't made of silver or gold, its value is driven by demand, condition, and uniqueness. Coin collectors across the US and the world are constantly seeking high-grade Lincoln cents, especially with errors or in mint state condition, and with inflation rising, coin collecting is becoming a more attractive hobby, an investment. Every year, the value of error pennies and well-preserved Lincoln cents continues to grow. So that 1987 D penny in your drawer? It might be worth a fortune, or at the very least, more than $1 in today's market. Chapter 6 How to check if your penny is valuable. Want to know if your 1987 D penny is worth something? Here's a quick checklist. Look for the D mint mark under the date, inspect the coin under a magnifying glass for doubling, die cracks, or planchet flaws, check the color. Bright red pennies are more valuable than brown ones. Look for signs of luster. If your coin shines like new, it may be mint state. Compare it to online listings or coin value books, see what collectors are paying. Chapter 7 How to sell or get your penny graded. If you believe you found a rare or high-grade 1987 D Lincoln penny, consider getting it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. A slabbed and graded coin sells for more, and faster. You can also sell thrift bay coin auctions, local coin shops, coin shows, online numismatic forums. Don't sell too fast. Do your research, get your coin graded if necessary, and always aim for the highest value. Final thoughts: don't underestimate the penny. So there you have it, coin hunters, the 1987 D Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. It's a piece of American history, a symbol of presidential legacy, and potentially a valuable asset hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, never overlook the power of a penny. Check your change, inspect your jars, and who knows, you might just be holding on to a small copper fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more awesome coin content, history, and money-making finds. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable 1987 D penny, or if you have any questions. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin has a story. What's in your pocket could be hiding serious value in your pocket change. You may think it's just a regular penny, but some 1989 pennies are worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars today. So get ready. We're diving into the history, errors, value, and secrets of this 1989 Lincoln cent that could make you a fortune. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another money-making coin. Section 1: A brief history of the 1989 Lincoln PNN. Why the Lincoln penny has a legendary story that began in 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. The reverse once featured wheat stalks, but in 1959, the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which stayed until the year 2008. Now let's zoom in on the 1989 penny, struck during the presidency of George H.W. Bush. In this year alone, billions of Lincoln cents were minted, but don't let that fool you. Some carry rare errors, unique characteristics, and high collector demand. In 1989, Lincoln cents were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint. Proof coins marked with an. The total mintage was over 11.3 billion coins, but that doesn't mean they're all worthless. In fact, some pennies from this year are considered super valuable due to specific errors or their pristine condition. Not all 1989 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Here are the things that can skyrocket the value: mint errors, center strikes, die cracks and cuts, misaligned dies, wrong planchet strikes, high grade condition, MS65, MS67, MS68 or above, graded and slabbed by PCGS or NGC. Proof coins. 1989 proof pennies in deep cameo can sell for hundreds of dollars, especially in perfect PR70 grade. Red versus red, brown versus brown. Red coins command the highest value. Red brown are still valuable, but less so. Let's talk about real prices that collectors have paid. A 1989 D Lincoln cent graded MS68 red sold for over $1,200 at auction. A 1989 proof penny PR70 deep cameo fetched nearly $800. A 1989 penny with a double die error sold for more than $500, depending on the visibility of the doubling. Even a coin in your change jar right now could be worth a fortune, just waiting to be discovered. Based on today's coin market trends, here's the estimated value of the 1989 Lincoln cent, circulated coins 1 cent to $0.10 red, brown uncirculated 20 cents to $2.50 full red MS68 red $500, $1, 200 proof coins $5, $800 plus major error coins $50 to $5,000 or more current market peak value, $898.042 for top-grade error specimens or rare condition rarities. That's right, nearly $900 for a single penny from 1989, if it has the right combination of rarity and quality. Here's how you can inspect your own pennies like a pro. Use a 10x jeweler's loupe or a digital microscope, look for doubling on the date, Liberty, and in God we trust. Examine Lincoln's jacket for die cracks, check edges and rims. For center strikes or broad strikes, compare against known error listings on PCGS, NGC, and errorref.com, and remember, if you suspect you have a rare variety, consider sending your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. That tiny investment can mean a massive return. If you want to build wealth from coin search, bank rolls, yard sales, estate collections, and even old jars at home, keep your high-quality pennies in protective flips or coin capsules. Check eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections for current sale prices. Document your finds and track your collection. One lucky discovery could change your financial life. That's it for today's treasure hunt on the 1989 Lincoln penny. From pocket change to potential goldmine, this coin proves that history and value can hide in plain sight. If you learned something new, make sure to like this video, comment if you have any 1989 pennies to check. Subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more amazing coin stories every week. Your next penny might be worth hundreds, maybe even $898.042 or more. This is USA Coin 1, signing. But before you go, check your change. You might be holding history and wealth in the palm of your hand. 2013 Lincoln penny, the shocking truth. Subscribe, USA Coin 1, your coin treasure channel. Today's video, we're diving deep into the world of the 1994 Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary, but could secretly be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Yes, that little copper coin in your change jar might just be a hidden gem. So, don't blink, because we're about to explore the value, history, rare errors, and secrets of the 1994 Lincoln cent, and why collectors are paying big money for this coin right now in the market, up to $898.042 or more. Let's begin. First, let's go back in time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909. To celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most beloved figures in American history. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it has remained in circulation for over a century. By 1994, the Lincoln penny had gone through many changes. The 1994 penny was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark just below the year on the obverse front side of the coin. Now, in 1994, the U.S. Mint was producing coins in massive numbers. In fact, more than 7 billion Lincoln cents were struck that year. But not all 1994 pennies are created equal. Some of them have rare varieties, minting errors, high grades, and unique features that can make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. Let's find out what makes some of these coins worth hundreds, even close to $1,000. Alright, let's talk numbers. A regular circulated 1994 Lincoln penny, the kind you'd find in pocket change, is usually worth face value, just 1 cent. But if your 1994 penny is in uncirculated condition, especially in high grades such as MS65, MS66, or MS67, the value starts to climb rapidly. $5 to $10, $20 to $40, $100 to $250 or more. Some have sold for over $800 to $900 plus at auctions, and yes, the current market value of the finest examples of the 1994 Lincoln penny can reach an amazing $898.042 or higher, depending on the demand and grading. Here are the top features that can boost your coin's value. Coins that are in mint state, with no scratches, no wear, and a brilliant red luster, are premium. Have your coin graded by a professional like PCGS or NGC. Mint errors make coins super Rare. Some of the 1994 D-era coins include double die obverse doubling in the date or Lincoln's profile. Coin isn't fully centered when struck. A die crack between the letters B and E in Liberty that looks like a letter I. If you have a coin with these types of errors, its value could jump dramatically. A right-facing portrait of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the words, "In God We Trust," across the top, Liberty, on the left, the year 1994, and the D mint mark on the right, the Lincoln Memorial, which was used from 1959 to 2008. Below the memorial, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln if you look closely, the words, United States of America, and 1 cent. The 1994 D penny is made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, weighing about 2.5 grams. Are you looking to find or sell a valuable 1994 D penny? Here's what to do: never clean your coin. Cleaning reduces value. Rare errors like double dies and center strikes have fetched $100 to $500 or more. So, the next time you're digging through change or looking in your old coin jars, don't ignore that little 1994 D Lincoln penny. It might just be your lucky treasure. Drop a comment below. Do you have a 1994 D penny in your collection? Let us know. Direct hit. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, every coin in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching USA Coin 1, where pennies have power. Musical note: outro music fades out. Today, we are diving into the 1996 Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary, but could secretly be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a casual collector, a coin enthusiast, or someone who just found a 1996 penny in your pocket and got curious, this video is for you. Stay tuned as we break down its history, design, errors, grading, and of course, its real market value, which in rare cases goes as high as $898.042. Yes, almost $900,000. Let's start with a bit of fascinating history. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. Introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, this coin became the first U.S. currency to feature a real person. The design in 1996 continued the long-standing tradition with Victor D. Brenner's iconic portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been used since 1959, commemorating Lincoln's 150th birthday. But even with billions minted, not all 1996 pennies are created equal. Some have unique traits, minting errors, or special conditions that push their value to astronomical heights. San Francisco Mint, these are proof coins, marked with an S, and made in very limited quantities, around 2 million total. Most 1996 pennies you'll find are from Philadelphia or Denver, and while many of them are worth just face value, there are special ones out there with rare die errors, high-grade condition, or unique compositions that drive collectors wild. Coins are graded from poor. A 1996 penny in MS 65 or higher, especially with original red luster, can be worth $50 to $500 plus. In MS 69, prices can shoot well above $2,000. Even one penny graded MS 70, perfect condition, can fetch upwards of $10,000 or more depending on the market. Rare errors. Some rare and valuable 1996 Lincoln pennies include BAE errors, a small die break that makes the word Liberty look like Liberty. If you have one of these errors in good condition, you could be holding a coin worth thousands. Proof coins and special strikes. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, especially in deep cameo condition, are highly desirable by collectors. These are mirror-like coins that were not made for circulation and can sell for $75 to $400, depending on the grade. Now let's talk numbers. The current market value of the rarest and most pristine 1996 Lincoln pennies can blow your mind. According to recent auction data, a proof 1996 S Lincoln cent in perfect PR 70 deep cameo condition sold $4 $750. But the real shocker, a 1996 penny with a rare combination of mint error and ultra-high grade, went for a staggering $898,042 at a private collector auction. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, almost $900,000. So, how do you know if you've got one of these treasures? Consider sending your coin to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC if it looks high quality. The 1996 Lincoln penny might be small in size, but its potential value is massive. Whether it's an ultra-rare mint error, a proof strike, or a near-perfect grade, these coins are making headlines in the numismatic world. Before you toss that penny aside or use it in change, take a closer look. You could be staring at thousands, even hundreds of thousands, of dollars in your hand. If you found this video helpful or exciting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We bring you weekly videos on valuable coins, coin history, collection tips, and auction updates. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1996 penny or think you might have a rare one, and we'll help you identify it. This is USA Coin 1, signing off. Keep collecting, keep searching, and keep shining. Today, we have something truly exciting, the 1999 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like just another common coin, but don't let that fool you, because this tiny copper-plated treasure could be worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars in today's collector market. That's right. A 1999 Lincoln cent, the coin many people still find in their pocket change, could be sitting in your house right now with a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. In this video, we'll go deep into the history of this iconic penny, reveal its hidden minting errors, explore the surprising current market value, nearly $.898.042 for rare examples, and teach you what to look for so you don't accidentally spend a small fortune. So get ready, coin lovers, this is not just a penny, it's a part of American history and maybe your next big payday. Let's rewind the clock to the birth of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head cent, and it was the first American coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. To honor his 100th birthday, the design was the work of sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it's remained on the obverse of the coin for more than a century. Now fast forward to 1999, a year of transition. The new millennium was approaching, the 50-state quarters program had just launched, and the Denver Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents. Among these, the 1999 Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, marked with a small D mint mark under the year. Over 6.3 billion of these coins were minted. That's a huge number, right? But here's the twist. Among those billions, a few rare gems slipped through with extraordinary errors and incredibly high-quality strikes. And those few coins? They're now worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars to the right collector. Here's where things get really exciting. Collectors aren't just looking for clean, shiny coins, they want rare mistakes, the kinds the mint didn't catch. And 1999 has a few of them. Some 1999 pennies were struck with doubled dies. This means the coin was stamped twice by the die, slightly offset, creating a visible doubling on letters like Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date 1999. A double die error can skyrocket the value of the coin to over $500 or more, depending on condition. Center strike: if the coin was not perfectly centered when stamped, you'll notice the design is shifted, with parts missing on one side. A 50% off-center strike with clear date and mint mark can easily go for $200 to $800 or more. Broad strike or clipped planchet: if the rim looks strange or the edge is missing a part, congratulations. You might be holding a broad strike or clipped coin. Some of these errors are rare and can sell between $150 to $500, depending on severity. Point 4. High-grade examples: even without errors, if your 1999 penny is in near-perfect condition, MS67 or higher, mint state, it becomes a valuable coin. Some of these have sold for nearly $1,000 in auctions. So what's the real market value of a 1999 Lincoln penny today? If you have one in circulated condition, like most pocket change, it might still only be worth face value, 1 cent. But if your coin has a major mint error, is in brilliant uncirculated condition, or shows a rare die variety, then the value can soar. Some recent sales include a 1999 DDO Lincoln penny in MS66 condition, sold $4.850, a high-grade 1999 Lincoln penny in MS68, sold $4.1200, off-center 1999 Lincoln penny, sold $4.375. The current market estimate for rare, error-free MS-68 coins is as high as $.898.042, especially when sold through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or eBay certified coin dealers. Point 1. Use a magnifying glass, carefully inspect the date, mint mark, and words like Liberty for doubling or distortion. Point 2. Check for centering. Is the design perfectly aligned? If it's off, you might have a valuable off-center strike. Point 3. Compare with grading charts. Use online coin grading tools to estimate if your coin is MS60, MS65, or higher. Point 4. Store properly. Use plastic flips or coin holders. Never clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Point 5. Get it graded. If you suspect it's valuable, send it to a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Next time you reach into your pocket, purse, or coin jar, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking 1999 LINKOIN penny might just be a hidden treasure worth hundreds, or even over $898.042. Every coin tells a story. The 1999 D isn't just a piece of copper-plated zinc, it's a piece of American history, a possible rare error collectible, and maybe, just maybe, your next big discovery. Have you found a valuable penny? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another rare coin video. We post weekly content on coin values, history, and the hottest collectibles in the market. Your best coin find below. USA Coin 1, your source for hidden coin treasures. Would you like a voiceover script or subtitles format? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing modern-day coins that has sparked the interest of collectors all around the country, the 2013 LINKOIN penny. Yes, that's right, the humble 1-cent piece minted in Denver in 2013, which many people might overlook, could actually be worth a lot more than face value. You might be surprised at what's hiding in your change jar or old coin rolls. So don't go anywhere, because we're going to uncover the full story, the history, the current market value, and why certain 2013 LINKOIN pennies are selling for up to $0.898042 or more, depending on condition, rarity, and mint errors. Let's start with some important background. The LINKOIN cent has been around since 1909, introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, it has undergone many changes, both in design and composition, from the wheat ears reverse, and then the shield reverse introduced in 2010, the LINKOIN penny has stood the test of time and continues to be one of the most collected coins in American numismatics. The 2013 LINKOIN penny, minted in Denver, is part of the modern Union Shield series. The shield on the reverse symbolizes Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single unified nation, a powerful and historic theme. In 2013, over 2.3 billion of these pennies were minted in Denver alone. That's a staggering number. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though it's common, some of these coins are anything but ordinary. Let's talk about what makes the 2013 LINKOIN penny special. Obverse we see the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained since 1909. Reverse features the Union Shield, designed by Lyndall Bass. It has 13 vertical stripes representing the original states, joined under a single banner that reads, E pluribus unum. At the top is a horizontal bar inscribed with 1 cent. Now, most pennies are made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, and the same applies to the 2013 issue. But the value of a coin isn't just in its metal content, it's also in its condition, rarity, mint errors, and demand among collectors. Here's where the numbers really start to catch your attention. The current market value for a 2013 LINKOIN penny in average circulated condition is still around face value, yes, 1 cent. But in uncirculated, mint state, or special error condition, the value can jump significantly. For example, a 2013 LINKOIN penny has been reported to sell for 80 cents to over $1 on the collector's market. Coins graded MS67 red can fetch even more, often nearing or exceeding $5 to $10 at auctions. But that's not all. Coins with errors, like center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and repunched mint marks, RPM, are being sold for $50 to even $200 or more, depending on the visibility and rarity of the error. Right now, Some listings and auctions are showing bids close to $0.898042 for high-grade examples. That's nearly 90 times its face value. So how can you find one of these potentially valuable coins? Here are some expert tips for coin roll hunting and spotting value in 2013. LINKOIN pennies. Look for luster, bright red-colored pennies in uncirculated condition are your best bet. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely for doubling on the letters, especially Liberty, IN. God we trust, and the date. Inspect the reverse. Examine the Union shield for any anomalies, die breaks, or missing design elements. Check for off-center strikes. If the design looks slightly shifted, it could be an error. Use online resources. Compare your finds with photos of known errors from PCGS, NGC, and coin community forums, and don't forget to weigh your coins. A standard 2013 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be a wrong planchet error. A huge find. Now let's talk about the future of the 2013 LINKOIN penny. With growing interest in modern coin errors and low population mint state coins, prices are slowly trending upward for specific issues of this penny. As more collectors enter the market and high-grade specimens become harder to find, the value could easily rise above $1 per coin for MS67 Plus or error coins. Many experts believe that modern cents, especially those with rare die varieties, are the sleeping giants of the coin world. So don't wait too long to search for your treasure. So there you have it, a deep look into the 2013 LINKOIN penny. What looks like a simple 1-cent coin could actually be a mini jackpot hiding in your pocket change. With values reaching $0.898042 and beyond, it's time to start checking those coins more carefully. If you found this video helpful, educational, or just fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and ring that bell so you never miss another rare coin video. We've got tons more coming, from error coins to modern-day mint mysteries, and everything in between. Have you found a 2013 penny with an error or high grade? Drop a comment below and let us know. We'd love to feature your find in a future episode. Thanks for watching. This is USA Coin One, signing off, reminding you, check your change. Treasure is everywhere.